Hey guys, so today I am filming a video I have wanted to film forever, but I just needed to get my thoughts together. Obviously, I don't want to do a first impression or a review on something that I have not tried myself for a while, because I don't think you should try something for a week or two and give your opinion. I have been trying this product for a month now. I have dedicated myself to trying it out for this video. I never really wear makeup during the week, except for probably 2 days out of the week, sometimes just one. It would be rare if it was 3. So I have been putting myself through wearing makeup every single day just to try this product out, and it is now dirty because I did a review and demo and now I am filming the intro. But anyways, I'm filming a review and demo on this Beauty Blender sponge right here, which is the AOA Wonder Blender. You get this from shopmissay.com. I will link shopmissay down below, and I am going to be comparing it to the original Beauty Blender. This is $20 and this is $1. I love this sponge so much, and it is almost 100% duping the Beauty Blender. There are a lot of videos comparing the Beauty Blender to another sponge, but I have never seen any videos about the AOA Wonder Blender, which is made in the same factory as the original Beauty Blender, which I think is so amazing, and I think that this is the most comparable to the Beauty Blender I have ever tried. I really think it is an amazing sponge, and if you can't afford the Beauty Blender and you don't have to go waste money on this, obviously this is an amazing sponge, and if you would like to try it, you definitely should. It's a great beauty technique to doing your makeup, but if you can't afford this sponge, this is almost exactly the same, and I really think more people should know about this. I do a demo and a review in my video, so if you would like to see my comparison and thoughts on this and just how similar they are and almost exactly the same sponge, then please keep watching. Okay, so I have been wanting to film this video forever, but I wanted to test the blender out for a while, and I've been testing it for about a month now. I've been using it every single day, and it's crazy because I never like to wear makeup, especially when I don't have to, but I have been doing my makeup almost every single day for about a month now. So I finally have a pretty good opinion on this sponge right here, and this is the AOA Wonder Blender. By the way, I am very sick, so I apologize for my voice. I cannot breathe, and I have just been sick forever. Like, I have not had any time to rest, so I'm sorry about my voice. And this is the first day I'm using a ring light, so I hope the quality is a lot better, and my makeup tutorials and just videos in general should be a lot better because I have a ring light. If you can see the reflection in my eyes, I'm using a ring light. I'm so happy. So I'm gonna be doing a review and demo on the AOA Wonder Blender versus the Beauty Blender. I wanted to show you guys how they both look side by side dry, but this one I used last night, not even 12 hours ago, so it was still damp in the morning, and this one was completely dry. So I just didn't want to show you one dry and one damp because it takes like a few days for it to go back to its original size. But believe me when I say, when they are both dry, they are super comparable in size, as well as when they are damp. This is obviously the original Beauty Blender, and this is the AOA Wonder Blender. You get this at Shop Miss A, and if you don't know what Shop Miss A is, it is a store where everything is $1. They have everything, but they specialize in beauty products. And I found this when I was browsing for some makeup, and what I found so interesting was that it said it was made in the same factory as the original Beauty Blender. And I saved the packaging for this video. This is how it looks. It just says AOA Studio Wonder Blender, and on the back it says Wonder Blender. The Wonder Blender is a latex-free, high-definition cosmetic sponge designed for easy applying and blending. Use it with primers, foundations, powders, powders, cream blushes, and other complexion products. Unique design is great for large areas for the face and hard to reach areas. So on this, it does not have that it is made in the same factory as the original Beauty Blender, which I definitely think that they should include. It says high def sponge latex free. I don't have the original Beauty Blender packaging because I got this over a year ago, and I've only used this probably about 10 times. I just washed both of them because like I didn't want to show you this one damp and this one dry like I said, so I just figured I'd wash them. And then these are like just stains on there because I never cleaned it because I barely used it. And then this one I used for a little bit of concealer right now. I'm gonna do my foundation and concealer on this side, and I will use the original Beauty Blender on this side. So I'm going to be doing the review portion first, and then I am going to do the demo last probably. I'm just going to get into my thoughts and everything about this. So starting with the original Beauty Blender, this has been around for a while now. Everyone uses it. It is $20 at Sephora or online. It is a very good sized and material. It is so squishy and bouncy, and how bouncy it is really helps you push the product into your skin, and it isn't soaking up too much product. It is a very pricey sponge, especially since it's not going to last you a very long time. You're going to have to repurchase it eventually. It's $20. There are a lot of dupes out there, but no one really has an exact dupe. Obviously, there's not an exact dupe for anything, but there are some that are pretty close. I have not tried the Real Technique sponge, but I have tried others, and I almost thought I had a dupe before, but it isn't. It completely sucks, but I found one. Anyways, I don't have the original packaging for this sponge, but if you do, you could check what I just said compared to this and see if anything is similar. I'm pretty sure this is latex free as well. It is just an egg-shaped sponge. This is the texture of the Beauty Blender up close. I'm sorry about the dirtiness of it. It has holes throughout it, so that's how the texture looks very up close. I'll just show you how the AOA Wonder Blender looks compared to it. It's just a smooth surface, so it's not allowing product to really soak in as easily. However, I don't think it soaks up any product at all. I feel like they both soak up the same amount of product, so that is just the texture of them up close. Also, excuse my nails because I got a job and my acrylics just won't work with that job, so excuse them. And your girl's broke, so she can't get the remaining acrylic off, but they will eventually grow out and be fixed, I swear. But yeah, so sorry. So that was the texture up close. This one has a little bit of holes throughout, letting product get in and water and just get a good amount of everything, I guess, going on. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But this one is smooth and has no holes in it, and if it does, these are definitely larger holes, and I have not used this one a lot. I've used this one twice as much, and I've only had this for a month and this for a year, and I've used this one so many more times than this one, just so I could get obviously a good opinion about this and comparison to the Beauty Blender. Obviously this is great and everyone loves it, so I kind of already have my opinion about this. There's a few other brands that have dupes out there, but no one talks about this because not a lot of people talk about Shop Miss A, but I seriously think that this is the closest dupe there can be. I have not tried many, like I have said, so I can't really say that, but I'm saying it anyways. I swear this is so amazing, and even if it isn't a 90% dupe and it may be like an 80% dupe and that's not good enough, it's only $1. Free shipping, there's like a 2-cent tax or something crazy like that. This is $1. So how can you pass this up? It's only $1. Comparing them from pros and cons, I think the best pro of this one is that it does not cling onto my dry patches. No matter how dry my skin is. I have extremely dry skin all year round. No matter how many times I moisturize, no matter what amount of moisturizer I use, I always have dry skin, and I just think that this glides over my dry patches. It doesn't cling onto them. It doesn't make them more visible than they already are. However, this one, if I do have dry skin, it's not gonna combat them and, you know, hide them. It's just gonna make them look how they look originally. It doesn't make them more visible, but it doesn't just glide over them as easily as the Beauty Blender does. But I feel like that is my only con about this sponge. Other than that, I feel like it is exactly the same as the Beauty Blender. Squishiness, this one definitely is a little squishier. How easy I can put pressure on and it will just go down and bounce. And this one, I just feel like it squishes the same, but how it's so round and fatter than this one is. Obviously this one is more of an oval and this one is more of a, I don't know, just rounder obviously, and wider and fatter. I feel like that is the reason why it's not as squishy, because it's not as narrow, it's more wide, whereas this one is super skinny and narrow, so it's easier. You don't have that excess sponginess around the sides, if that makes any sense. So it's just like a good compact size, whereas this one is a little bigger. So I feel like that is the reason why it would be harder to squish and bounce. But on the face, it feels great. I'm going to have to re-wet these in a little bit. They're getting dry and not as damp. But I really think that they are so similar. Like I said, this one is bouncier, but I feel like it is because of the size difference. This one is obviously fatter. They apply makeup exactly the same. You will see in a minute. I will show you. I'm not good at explaining things, as you can tell. I just think that they are both amazing, and for $1 versus 20, you can have 20 of these and be paying, you can have 20 of these. So if this one were to last you, let's say 6 months, and this one lasts you 4 months or something like that. Obviously I haven't had this one for that long, so I can't say how long it's gonna last, but I have used it every day for a month, almost every day for a month, and it is as good as when I first got it, and it's just amazing. I love it for under the eyes. It gets right under your eyes, it blends everything perfectly, and it doesn't take away product. And I think that's the most important thing with sponges, is that it doesn't take away product. That is like the main reason why things always don't come down to an 100% dupe with the Beauty Blender, because the Beauty Blender does not take away product, as we all know. It just blends it out seamlessly, as well as this one. I don't find that it takes away any product, but I just find that this blends everything perfectly, just as good as the Beauty Blender does, and I think that they are almost 100% dupes, and you are gonna have to buy it on your own to tell the difference and judge it yourself. But I honestly, in my opinion, think that this is the closest thing I have used. Morphe has just came out with new Beauty Blender sponge things, and I heard that those are supposed to be really good, but everyone has different opinions. Everyone has their own way of applying foundation, different types of skin, and all that, so you're gonna have to be the judge yourself. But I'm gonna go ahead and demo these for you, and I have like the same problems on each side of my face. This one's actually a little bit worse than this side. I have a lot more redness going on my cheeks than I do on this side, and I'm going to be using a sponge to blend things out. So I don't know if that's fair, because it's going to obviously still be red, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm going to get into the demo, and yeah, we will see then. So I'm going to go re-wet these and be right back. Okay, so I'm going to be using the CoverGirl True Blend Foundation in the shade Ivory. This is like my lightest foundation. I am so pale right now. So this is the only thing that kind of fits me. Like, this oxidizes like insanely, so it's still a little bit too dark. I'm going to be doing the side that I'm going to be blending out with the AOA Wonder Blender first, and then I will do the Beauty Blender second. So the pump is actually broken on this, so I'm just going to be putting it on like this. By the way, I already have primer and a little bit of concealer on, and that is all that I have on. So going in with the AOA Wonder Blender, I use the bottom of the sponge. I use the bottom of the sponge on every sponge I use. I'm like running out of breath because I'm so sick and I can't breathe while I'm talking, so sorry if I start choking. So I'm going to do half of my face with this sponge. I'm going to do one layer of foundation on the other side with the Beauty Blender. So this side looks a lot more dewy, if you could see that. Like this side looks completely matte. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but wow, that's crazy. Okay, so that is one layer of foundation on both sides. You can still see redness on this side, like I said. I do have severe redness on this side, more than I do on this side. And looking at my face, I definitely need to blend some areas out a lot more on the Beauty Blender side. So now I'm going to do another layer on both sides. Okay, so that is 2 layers of foundation on my skin, and I definitely think the main difference is how dewy this side of my face is compared to this side. As soon as I turn to my side, it looks as dewy as this side, so yeah, I take that back actually. But anyways, I just feel like this one does save more product, but this one doesn't take away the product. I just feel like it blends it in no matter how much product you use. So I'm going to finish up my makeup off camera. I'll do a little bit of concealing on camera, and then I'll turn the camera off and do the rest of my makeup and come back to you guys after I'm done to finish talking about everything else. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished my face makeup, and I don't know if it really matters, but I always have to set my face because even though my skin is extremely dry, my makeup comes off no matter what. I don't know why, but it does, and if it matters. On this side, when I was applying my bronzer, it got patchy, and I know putting a powder on top of a liquid when you haven't set it yet is going to get patchy, but on the AOA blender side, it didn't get patchy. So I don't know if that is, it's weird. But, and also on this side of my nose, I left it there. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's like a little crease on my nose right here. And I don't know why that would happen, but I'm going to blend it out now. So yeah, but I just left it there so you could see. But on this side there was no crease, so I just found out that was weird. And my under eyes are obviously creasing, but I didn't set anything because I'm not going anywhere, so I didn't want to do my eye makeup or anything. But yeah, that was my little review and demo of the Beauty Blender versus the AOA Wonder Blender, which once again was made in the same factory as the original Beauty Blender. You get this at shopmissa.com. I'll link it down below. Check their website out. You can spend hours on there and find so many things. There are such cool things, and they're all $1. I love the website so much, so definitely check it out and check this out. It's so worth it, and it's almost the exact same as the Beauty Blender. Like I said, not everything is going to be the same as the Beauty Blender, but this came extremely close. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little comparison, and I hope you purchase it and check it out. and hopefully you find it the exact same as the Beauty Blender like I do. And if you try this, definitely get your friends to try it and stuff, because I really think more people should know about this. That way they don't go and spend money on this. I mean, unless you want to. Obviously, definitely try the Beauty Blender. It's amazing and it's so worth it. But, you know, this is $1. Try this out and please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.